Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Dina and I am so glad you decided to stop by today. Today I am going to take you through a few days of my week. Now I have been receiving a lot of questions regarding cleaning products, what are my favorites, how I handle different tasks throughout the week, and I've also been asked to do a vlog style or kind of a day in the life. Now, I'm going to tell you straight off the bat, that is so intimidating to me and a little embarrassing. So I tried to just put in a couple things. I had some errands to run one day and I thought, why not? I'll just slip it in here and it'll be a starting or jumping off point for me because that is just, whew, that's kind of over my head. But I do have some cleaning to do. I might do a little bit of decorating in this one because I have just been throwing extra decor onto our entryway bookcase as I've decorated in our dining area and now in our living room. It's just kind of a menagerie of leftovers and I need to conquer that. So I hope that you enjoy today's video, find some inspiration along the way, maybe a little bit of motivation and even a cleaning product that maybe you haven't tried before. Let's go ahead, dive right in and get started. All right, friends, on this day, I had an early morning appointment and wasn't really able to get my morning watering done out in the garden area until I came home. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to bring you back out here and see how things have grown and bloomed. I love this side of our yard, and we've actually contemplated having water brought into this side, but I really enjoy my time here, especially when my husband comes out here with me. So I don't know what we're going to do about the watering situation. It's just something that I truly enjoy doing. We don't have to do it every day, which is a nice thing, but when I am out here, I love this area so very much. There's not a lot to it, but there's just something about walking through the plants and just having our own little secret garden, I guess you could say, that makes me very, very happy. When I begin to clean my home, I try not to look at it as another day of chores. I think of it as another opportunity to serve my family. And I also take into consideration that our home is a blessing from God. And of course, thinking about it that way always makes each task so much easier to face. As I begin to walk through the next few days and share with you along the way, you will see me clean two different ways. Here in the kitchen, I will be using some of my favorite cleaning products, and I'll make sure to link each and every one of them down below in the description box. Now, if you're not familiar with the description box or you've had a hard time locating it, have no worries. It's located right underneath the video. Simply press that little downward arrow and all the information I have listed will drop down just for you. When it comes to the kitchen area, I feel like no matter how careful you are, grease is going to travel and attach itself to everything. So to ward that off, I try to clean my cabinets every couple of months. I know for some that may seem a little excessive, but I like to do it often to keep the job light. And this oil soap helps me stay right on top of it. When it comes to our appliances, I try to keep them clean and shining all the time. I try to stay on top of that task daily. I despise fingerprints, and taking a few extra minutes to clean up after using makes cleaning that much easier and faster. Now, I don't have to spend a lot of time on them once a week when I know that I'm going to clean up after myself each time I use my stove or even our microwave. If there's a splatter in there, I try to get to it right away. Now, anytime I use products other than my e-cloths, I always try to finish up the job with a glass cleaner. Now, I have my favorite, and I will definitely list that down below along with my stainless steel cleaner. The only thing I'm going to say about a stainless steel cleaner is if you don't use one already, don't start, because it seems like once you start, you cannot stop and you cannot switch. And it just, I don't know, I think it would be a lot easier if you had just started with an e-cloth and called it good, kept the fingerprints off, kept it clean, and didn't have to worry about that extra product that you're never going to be able to stop using. Here recently, I have been receiving a lot of questions asking me about my favorite cleaning products. Now, if you've been around my channel for a little while now, you will know that I have partnered up with eCloth, and I absolutely love their products. And to be honest, there are some areas in my home that I am only going to use my eCloths on. But that being said, I do enjoy a seasonal product. I think they have a beautiful smell, and every now and then I want that fresh scent as I'm going around the house cleaning. Honestly, I would much rather receive a bouquet of cleaning products than flowers any day of the week. They make me that happy. Another product that I really enjoy using here in the kitchen is a furniture polish of all things. A clean and shining countertop is one of my favorites. And when you can run your hands across it and feel the sleekness from the polish, well, that's definitely an added bonus in my book. Now, I just mentioned that there are places I only use my e-cloths, and my doors are one of those. Even before they were painted black, I always use my e-cloths to keep my doors nice and clean. And the last thing that I put on my daily task list here in the kitchen is our garbage can. I don't know what it is about a clean garbage can, but I like it that way, so I try to make sure that I tackle that each and every day. Like I mentioned before, starting tasks and chores has taken on a new meaning for me over the years. Now, that's not to say that there are some days that aren't off days and I wouldn't mind throwing in the towel, but I am always grateful for our home and the family that the Lord has gifted me with. There is not a day that I clean that I don't whisper a prayer for the ones that each space belongs to. I absolutely adore my precious family and cherish the fact that we share these spaces together. I guess I would say I am a traditional housewife, and I love it. I love the idea of being cared for, protected, and provided for in a loving and nurturing atmosphere. And in return, I want to give back. And this is just one of the simple ways I know I can. Keeping our home running smoothly has been something that my husband has always thanked me for. And knowing that's one less thing he has to worry about after another long day of work makes my heart very happy. There is nothing quite like clean bedding to slip into at night, so once a week I make sure this task is done. Now, as I put the bed back together, I always have my two little helpers. They weren't as eager today because they had gone a little crazy after taking baths earlier, so I think it was time for nap. But later, I had to actually kick them out of the room to get the blanket back onto the bed because they just would not leave me alone. Today I decided to do a few extra chores. I try to lump them in every now and then so I don't have to worry about huge cleaning days. Now, I love using my e-cloths all throughout our house, but one of my favorite rooms is here in the bedroom with all of our black furniture. They just work really, really well, and I love the fact that I can go from one surface to the next with absolutely no worry. Now, if you aren't familiar with e-cloth, they are so very easy to use. You simply need to wet your multi-surface towel and every now and then just give it a good rinse under some warm water and then just move on to the next task. They are so easy and cost effective. You're not having to use paper towels and throw them away, and there's no need for any product. So I do really enjoy using my e-cloths because, like I said before, I have been able to move from one surface to the next without any worry of damage on anything because all I am using is my cloth and some water. As I made my way through these tasks today and obviously focused on my family, I began to think about the greatest gift I have ever given my boys, and that is that they have watched me love their dad with all of my heart. This will have the greatest impact on their lives. They will always remember the love we shared, and one day it will richly bless their own marriages. Now, saying that, I also want to be very real in the fact that I am about as far from perfect as the sun is from the earth. Each day, I have to pray that the Lord guide me in my steps and in my words. Words hurt and have so much power behind them. And unfortunately, sometimes it takes the heart a long time to get past that destruction. An amazing verse to hold to is Ephesians 4:29. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. Building up our homes and all of those who live inside is such an important daily task. It's talked about in His Word. That's how important this task is. Proverbs 14:1 says, "The wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands the foolish one tears hers down." Now we have the power within us to make the right choice for everyone. Okay, now off to run just a few errands. Recently, our gardener planted a few new things for us, but this one just didn't make it, and we were told we could bring it back, so back it goes. But with the way everything has gone on in this last year, I really hate the idea of going out for just one thing, so I try to pack in as much as I can into one trip. So to the car wash we go, hence the plant in the cab of the truck and not in the bed. Now, I don't know about you, but one of my favorite little stops when I'm out is to stop at Starbucks. Now, it is the perfect time to be able to walk into a Starbucks and not have a lot of people in there because they're all in line in the drive-thru. So this is always such an easy trip. I usually just pick up a green tea, and then I did pick up a little snack today because I hadn't eaten as of yet. And now I'm on to Home Depot. Now, Home Depot is one of my favorite stores because of the garden center. And even if my husband needs something clear on the other side of the store, he will always park by the garden center just for me. Okay, my next and last stop was Costco. We go here about once a month for things like paper towels, toilet paper, laundry soap, and other cleaning products. We try to stick to a budget when we come here and try very hard not to just gather up tons of stuff that we don't need. This is a necessity trip, not a I want everything on the shelves kind of trip. And we try to stick to that each and every time. All right, now that I am back home, our blanket is dry and ready to be placed back on our bed. I had two blankets, but our other one didn't last. I love the idea of having different sets of bedding so I don't have to wait for something to come out of the dryer to get our bed back in order, but I did not do a good job picking out our last bedding at all. It didn't last the year, and I am so disappointed. Our last set lasted 10 years, and I had so wanted that to happen again, but unfortunately it did not. So new bedding is on my list again. earlier, I had mentioned that I was probably going to do a little bit of decorating, and it was going to be here in the entryway. Now I realized real soon how long this video was getting, so I decided to take a brand new approach to redecorating our entryway bookcase. If it were always this simple, but it's not. All right, friends, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch. You all are so amazing. Remember to stay safe, be blessed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.